the show last October with around 3,000 exhibitors in Shanghai. Of course, technical textiles, still a growing segment, technical textiles, and of course also for the processing of textiles. This is text process. This show is the first time. This show was the first time in Frankfurt in May, together with Trtex Tv and Texcare for the care of textiles, so machinery, for example. This show is also in Frankfurt, not every year, every 4 years, because it's a big show for machinery, and machinery have not the chance to present every year new developments, but every 4 years the leading show for textile care. Yeah, when we speak about Heimtextil, it's a long success story, and as mentioned already, the largest show for interior textile in Frankfurt. But of course we have additional shows worldwide. China, not only with our shows in China, because it's a big platform for producers, China, but also the demand of textiles in China is growing. I think Mr. Boca perhaps will tell later a little about also the activities of the Turkish textile industry in China. So we know it in the last years that we have more and more companies who use our platform in China to present their products and to sell to China. So I think it's very interesting when you speak 10 years ago about the development. Usually you say, okay, textiles are coming from China, but we have no chance to sell it. But now we have also the development very strong to present high qualities all over the world, but also in China. Yes, and some shows in Tokyo, and a new show, not really new, but now the second edition of home textile sourcing in New York. A small show but very successful, a sourcing show for the US market. We have this show together with Texworld. Texworld is a show for apparel fabrics, but we combine these show apparel fabrics, Texworld and home textile sourcing in New York. And a show in Russia. Russia is still a growing market for interior textiles. Very interesting, especially for the contract business. Also a long history of this show in Russia, and as I mentioned, very successful. Yeah, I would like to give you some figures about the German textile industry, the development of the textile industry. You know, Germany and the textile industry, of course, has also some bad history on the consolidation. A lot of companies are not still in operation in Germany because of the salary, of course, but also because of the change in the market, the supply chain, especially supply chain. But I think when we speak to some German association, at the moment we have a very stable situation. You see the figures on the sheet. When we speak to the German textile industry, they have a plus of 16% in 2010, and also the expectation for 2011 is pretty good. This is mainly not for the garment industry, it's mainly for the textile industry. When I speak about textile industry, here we have to mention especially technical textiles. So Germany, the German textile industry is a market leader for technical textiles. Around 50% of the turnover of the German textile industry is already in the field of technical textile, and it's still a growing market in Germany. When we speak about home textile and application for home textile, of course we have to look also to the segment of construction. In Germany we have still the situation that this field is growing or stable, but it's also growing to the 15% is the expectation in this field, and this is also good for home textile, for interior textile, because for each building you see it, like here in the hotel, you see carpets, you see textiles at the windows. So very interesting also when you keep in touch with customers for the construction building, not only for private results to get some textile in your own field. The European textile industry, we get these figures from Trtex. Trtex is the European Association of the Textile and Garment Industry. Also a plus of 4.2% in 2010. And when we look especially to the export to non-European countries, we see there are of course a lot of imports from China, but also from Turkey. So Turkey, the imports from Turkey to the European community is very high, very important, high quality for all kind of textile, not only for home textiles, also apparel textiles and the garment industry. And export from European countries also to Turkey. I think the reason is also because of the supply chain. Still here is, in Turkey you find a lot of companies who produce for the garment industry, and so we have some companies from Italy, from France, from Germany who supply also some fabrics to Turkey, and here you find some production for the garment industry. USA, very important for the European community for textiles, mainly for technical textiles again. For technical textile, but also for the garment industry, I would like especially mention France and Italy. So these are the figures. I think when we look to the figures, looks really good and optimistic also for 2011, but 2010 a plus from 4%. Yeah, I would like to come to Handtextil in Frankfurt. Yes, we mentioned many times largest platform for interior textiles, and the success story of Handtextil especially is because we would like to show the whole world in Frankfurt of interior textiles, but not only from the exhibitor side, also from the visitor side. And this is the success of Handtextil more than 40 years. 40 years, you find all kind of textiles for interior textiles, and we have around 19 halls of textile, from wallpaper to wall coverings to draperies, to upholstery fabrics, to bed linen, to towels, all kind of textiles. And we have two segments. We usually say we have a difference between home textile and household textiles. We say this because you find a lot of ready-made products like bed linen, like cushions in Frankfurt, and also for 2012 it's the same concept to show all kind of textile, of all kind of product levels, especially product levels. So volume market, but also products for small retailers, small companies. When we look to the last edition, 2011, we had around 73,000 visitors in Frankfurt, more than 2,600 exhibitors. And I think, as I mentioned, that's the success of Handtextil is internationally of the exhibitors are 87%. And Turkey, of course, is an important player for the show. And we are very pleased that the main player of Turkey are in Frankfurt to present the products. They come to Frankfurt not only for the German market, but also for the German market. But we have a lot of visitors from Middle East, from Russia, United States, but also from Asia. So growing demand also from Asia, from Chinese visitors who are looking for European product to buy in Frankfurt. 2012, the show, we get around May, June, already a very good feeling, a very good resonance from our exhibitors for the show 2012. So we could say we are already sold out for this show for 2012. We get a lot of companies which return to Frankfurt. They decide to be in Frankfurt again, but also some new companies, especially small companies from the designer area, but also some innovative new companies from Europe who would like to present their product the first time in Germany. We mentioned here some companies from the editors segment, so we speak about high-class companies which present draperies, upholstery fabrics, cushion in Frankfurt. And the message for 2012 is this show will be, in comparison to the edition of 2011, bigger, especially when we speak about the number of exhibitors. But I think that's very important to say, the growth is not coming from Asia, it's also coming from Europe. That's very important. Yeah, that's a fairground. You see, in total we have 240,000 square meter with textile, only with home textiles. So we have, when you see the blue one and the orange one, the blue one is mainly for fabrics, for bed linen, for towels, and for all kind of textile which you have in your house, in your bedroom, in your kitchen. And the orange one is mainly for wall coverings, for upholstery fabrics and decoration fabrics. So a very big fair, and you see also when you look to the plan, you need a lot of time to find all kind of products, and that's the reason that we try to have some segmentation, that you know as visitors exactly to which hall you have to go and which kind of product level and which kind of customer or exhibitors you will find. And the visitors who come to Frankfurt, of course, are not looking only for new products, they're also looking for some trends. And the trend of high textile is a trend at the start of the trend in the home textile business. It's because it's in January, and the industry are looking especially what is new, which kind of fabric, which kind of color you use for the following season. And we start with a trend table many years ago. At the moment we have 7 members in our trend committee from different countries. And you see the countries demonstrate the international of the show, because we would not like to show a German trend, we would like to show international trend. And this year we have a special trend presentation then from Steel Bureau Bora Herke from Germany, and this will be a trend presentation on the fairground in 2012. Yeah, I mentioned when I give you some details about the development of the textile industry in Germany, I spoke about the development of the construction business. It's not, this show it's not only for textiles for home application for your private home, it's of course also for construction. So we decided some years to start with a special labeling. The name is Contract Creations, and this is the brand to get in communication with architects, with designers which work for hotels, like the hotel here we are today. And 70% of our visitors say, okay, they come to Frankfurt because they are interested in this kind of textiles. So we support this by a special guide where you can find all kind of companies who produce textile for the contract business. But we have also some lectures with international architectures. We have some special presentations, this is a growing market also in high textile for many years, and that's the reason that we go forward with this concept also in 2012. And a new product, especially also for the segment of small retailers, where you find companies who produce small quantities. as I mentioned, Handtextil, you find companies who would like to sell big volumes, but also would like to sell only 1, 2, 3 meters or small quantities. And because the fair is so large, we said, okay, we would like to have some special marketing tool, the Coupon Business Finder, where you find these kind of companies, especially on the full fair ground, and this is support for our visitors and exhibitors. And the second large segment, of course, not only for home textiles. I think we see the development, especially in the start with food, but also with textiles are eco-textiles, sustainability. It's a growing market, and Messe Frankfurt start with some specific areas with companies who produce eco-textiles on our apparel shows in Hong Kong, but also in Paris. And now we bought a fashion show in Berlin, also for only eco-textiles, so a garment show, but also for home textiles. Sustainability is very important. You see a 400 million turnover of this field, but you see it's a small segment, but dramatic growing market. And that's the reason that we said, okay, we would like to highlight this market of sustainability in Frankfurt. Around 81% of our visitors said, okay, sustainability is important also for our decision to buy some material. And we have a small difference between German and visitors from abroad, but around 80% is a really high number. And so we decided also to give our exhibitors the chance, especially to promote their products and to say we have these kind of products here in Frankfurt, and it will be also supported by some lectures about sustainability, about new developments, and some showcases in Frankfurt. Yeah, you see many different topics, not only as a presentation from our exhibitors, also as fair organizer. We would like to show our visitors the market, what's happened in the market, what is new. We speak about new trend developments, we speak about contract business, we speak about development in sustainability, and this is a concept also for 2012. To support our exhibitors with some marketing tools to come to Frankfurt, and I would really appreciate if you have the chance to come also to our show on 11th of January next year. Thank you very much for your attention, and now I would like to forward to Mr. Bokai. Thank you very much.